From that guy behind Newswipe and the Yearly Swipe, good luck with this year, mate, Christ, comes Black Mirror, a show fairly accurately described to be the Twilight Zone of the modern day, just without Rod Serling introducing it. A world leader stands before a difficult choice with his whole nation watching on. The live event of the year where if he does not sodomize a farm animal, royal blood may rest upon his hands. Horror and untold memes await him, reflected in the Black Mirror. Yep, that's actually the first episode's premise. Terrorists kidnap a royal family member and say if the Prime Minister doesn't fuck a pig, she'll die. It's played completely straight and it's actually amazing, and also came out way before the David Cameron thing came to light, which was an actual news story. That actually happened. Well, the story did. Possibly. The other thing did as well. I don't know. It's an anthology series, so each episode is its own story separate from the others, so you could literally watch this show in any order and it really wouldn't matter. Don't like the sound of the first episode? Doesn't matter. Try another. While the plots aren't the same, it retains its dark tone and morbid vision of how new technology could be used in malicious and horrifying ways. We get cold visions of a gamified 1984 style future. Robots made to replicate dead loved ones. Implants that allow us to remember every memory as a rewindable movie that we then obsess over relentlessly. Sells us a near future that doesn't just feel plausible and familiar, but ripe for abuse and horror. It's never really that technology is evil, but that people are broken and would be so open to the darker options it allows. Hell, a good number of these episodes could happen now. Actually, some of them are. China is imposing a social point system that rewards good behaviour in the community and punishes any of the bad. Of course, the bad can be just speaking out against the government or browsing websites they don't deem very friendly. You could lose credit score, it could affect employability, and if you have a low score, that will drag anyone you associate with score down with you. Step out of line and not only will you be ostracised from society, but your friends and family are incentivized to never speak to you again. Pretty much the premise of Nosedive, Season 3, Episode 1. One episode sees a laptop webcam being hacked, and then the hackers using what footage they have to blackmail people. It's funny, Mark Zuckerberg thinks it's a good idea to tape over his laptop cam, and so did I when I was watching this episode on the toilet. There's also a really interesting Radiolab episode about how hackers steal vital data and hold it ransom, threatening to corrupt and delete it if they are not paid what they ask. Sure, paying a couple of thousands to save the many more thousands it would take to cost for the damages doesn't look like the worst decision in that scenario, does it? A crude cartoon bear known for his appearances on comedy and reality shows suddenly gets political and gains a whole bunch of support through rallying up the point that we're all tired with how the system currently is. That one came out a few years ago. Well, horror films may create monsters to put in your closet, but Black Mirror reflects the potential for horror every time you lock your phone. Ooh, scary metaphor. It just realizes that people and reality can be scary just by being plausible. I don't believe this can be a thing, but I do believe this could, and it scares the shit out of me. Review time! To be honest, I've already said a lot of why this is incredible without mentioning how great its cinematography, its writing, and its stories are. Each episode feels like its own film with its own feel, and the acting is always fucking great. We get so many good actors, with some having some real star power here. Jon Hamm in the Christmas special, Hayley Atwell and Domhnall Gleeson in another. This one has Bronn in it, and this one has that guy from House of Cards. You get the gist. I'm not going into the basic premise of each episode because really it's worth just jumping in and not knowing what you're in for. All I'll say is look at these episode ratings. Bloody hell. I've never been that frivolous with my gold leaves. Never in a bajillion years is the actual answer. Yes, thank you. The dad reviews, that's a jingle for it. There you go. Okay. We're going to do this all the time now.
Right. I'll get used to that, yeah.
He's just woke up. This is great. So, Father, what did you think? What did you think of Black Mirror?
Black Mirror? It ain't bloody Christmas.
You've not seen the Christmas episode yet, have you?
The Christmas episode?
Oh yeah, and it's the darkest one.
Oh my god. I think I'll save it to Easter.
I remember the other day I was like, oh, have you can't watch any more Black Mirror? And you're like, no.
it's Christmas.
Yeah, it is, yeah. No more Black Mirror till at least the 3rd of January.
That's fair. It's good though, isn't it? It's pretty good.
It's disturbingly weird.
Yeah.
Disturbingly creepy.
Yeah.
And disturbingly disturbing.
It's all of them. It's all the disturbings.
Disturbings, yeah. Snow White and the 7 disturbings.
Swerving.
That's easy for you to say.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
It's fair. You just woke me up.
I know.
One of the most harrowing shows I've ever seen, just by selling you a concept from a sci-fi horror as believable. After finishing season 3, I'll still agree with what I said in a previous video. Don't binge it. You can, of course, but I'd recommend watching one episode at a time and let it marinate so you really soak in that existential crisis in a morbidly enjoyable and manageable dose. Side effects of binging Black Mirror may include crippling depression, an overwhelming sense of dread, a justifiable sense of paranoia, leb cramp, but not that much, it's only 12 episodes. Gold Leaf, for like, all of it. It's on Netflix, just go watch it please, it's legitimately my favourite show of the year. Completely serious. Better than Westworld, seriously. If that doesn't convince you to give it a go, then well that's fine, you can do what you want really, I'm not your mum, probably. Thanks for watching, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more, and I will see you later.